You no longer want anything now because you see you already have everything. And when you express that energy, when you share that abundantly with the world, you become open to a higher frequency. You become open to all the abundance and it will come to you because you are becoming a vibrational match to it. You are not chasing it, you are becoming it. And everything that is aligned with you, everything that is good for your soul, effortlessly it will come to you because you are now manifesting with the soul. Namaste everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to talk about needing nothing attracts everything. So when we say needing nothing, we are talking about being needy, clinging to things, chasing things. We are not talking about the basic necessities of life like food, water, shelter. That's why you can also relate this neediness that we're talking about to wantness. I want this, I want that. And when we are in that vibration, we become really needy, obsessive about something. So, in that context, when we are not needing anything, we suddenly attract everything. So, let's start with the first thing that I want to talk about today, which is the root of this neediness. Why do we obsessively need things in our lives? Why do we feel that we are not enough without these things? It can be anything. The answer is really simple, but we tend to complicate things. But the truth is always simple and clear. And the truth is that we think we are not whole, we are not enough, we are not worthy as we are. And the ego always thinks like that because the ego is a limited entity. It is your physical identification and it is bound to be limited and it will only think in limited terms. The logical way of feeling yourself is to chase something outside of yourself. That I am lacking something and the only way to fulfill myself is to go outside and chase something, is to go out there and be obsessively crazy about something and let's just cling to it. And then I will feel whole. Unconsciously, that's the thing that's going on in your mind, in your head, when you are very needy. But on the other hand, when you are not needy, you have just gone through a spiritual awakening and you know that all the needs, wants, desires, they never end. It's like a constant struggle. You're always running in circles. Even if your one want is fulfilled, you have another one, even bigger than that. So this is a game which will never end. And the ego always projects that want into the future. Even if it is fulfilled in the present, now it does not matter anymore. I want more. So you can also say that this is a problem of moreness. I want more, I want more. And it will never be enough. Even if you have a car, you want a better car, a more is always there. If you have something, you want the better of it. So it will never be really enough. And there is nothing wrong in improving yourself, striving for more, nothing wrong in that. But is it coming from a place of self-love or self-rejection, unworthiness? Is it coming from your overflowing nature or is it because you feel empty? You feel empty without these things, without these wants. You feel that you are nothing without them. That's why you are in constant struggle. So you can only see this endless circle, this loop of getting and wanting more, getting and wanting more when you have a spiritual connection. And the people who meditate, who have gone through a spiritual awakening, the ego death, they will know what I'm pointing at. There is no end to it. That's why realizing that I am already whole, that's where real peace, real stillness, happiness, all of these terms that we have, it's not in chasing and wanting constantly something. That's the nature of the ego. And the truth is that the more you want, the more you need something, the further away it goes away from you. Because it's reflecting your state of consciousness. And when you feel whole, when you feel complete, things gravitate towards you. Because it's reflecting your state of consciousness. The outside world is a mirror. So the energy that you are projecting out into the universe, it's just mirroring everything back to you. So you say, I am not enough, I am not worthy through your actions of neediness, clingingness, and the universe just pushes that thing further away and away from you. And the further it seems, the more likely is that you will take some drastic action to achieve it. And that's why people ending up falling for the traps that the matrix has for them. People end up selling the only thing that is real, which is your soul. That's the only thing, your being, the very core of your existence. Because you think these wants are more important than your being, than your soul. And that's what happens in the world of fame. A lot of people use really soul selling things, and it is very visible. You can see it clearly that they are doing the things that are not just harming them, they are impacting the collective in a negative way. But that's how they are getting fame. So they keep doing it. And the people who run after fame, recognition, they are the most empty people. That's just the truth. Because this is the highest form of validation that you can get. If all your life you have not received that love, that validation, what you will do? You will seek it outside. You will run after it. And there are people who were not running after fame, who were doing just their thing. They were inspiring people. They were expressing their soul from within them. And people get attracted to them. Their fame is not coming from selling their soul. Their fame is coming from expressing their soul, shining the light of their soul. These are completely opposite. But in the mainstream, the people who you see, the false idols that you see, all these people, they are not impacting people positively. They are advertising things which are negative in nature. They don't care about you. They care about themselves. They are narcissists. They just want to make more money, more recognition, and it's never enough. So people are motivated by that. They are influenced by that. I'm talking about the mainstream energy here, the hive mind energy, which brings me to the next point, which is about the group think, the hive mind energy. We live in a world where there is a group think, that if you think like the masses, there are particular things which are seen as successful, which are seen as the ultimate peak of life, which is celebrated by all. It can be seen as a very big accomplishment in your life. Buying certain possessions, everyone will congratulate you for that, for all these things. And as long as you are on that path, as the group think, you're doing the same things as everyone else, everyone is impressed by you. But as soon as you start walking your own path, you start deciding your own desires, that I will live a life in alignment with my soul, I am going to sway away from the group think, from the hive mind energy, and I'm going to live in alignment with my higher self. The truth is that you will break all the cycles, all the patterns that the people of the hive mind energy are living in, because they are living in an unconscious world. And you are creating a conscious world. And no one will congratulate you for breaking the cycle, for living a more conscious life, for making a positive impact in other people's life. Because in this world, the only thing that is valued is false recognition. Are you playing the same game of seeking validation from the hive mind energy, from the group think? If you are not playing that game, and if you are loving yourself, that's really bad. Because then you are out of the race. The entire system wants you to hate yourself. It wants you to have self-worth issues. Otherwise, how can they sell anything to you? How can they control you? The only way you will buy into this story that I need these things to complete myself, I need to run in this race, I need validation from this group thing, the only way you will do this is when you have no self-love. You have no self-acceptance, no self-validation. You reject yourself constantly. And I see a lot of people that to get to a certain possession that is admired by the hive mind energy, by other people, to get that possession, they are in immense amount of loan and they are unable to live their lives. But they go on repeating the same cycle because That's what the system wants you to do. It doesn't want you to be empowered, to be free. Even if you get all these validations in form of possessions, but you lose yourself. There is constant stress in your life. There is no peace, no happiness. Outside looking, people will see that you have all these things. But why are we as collective humanity in our most depressed times, that individuals are alone feeling depressed? Because we have completely lost touch with our inner selves. We are being manipulated, influenced by the false idols, the people who are with fame, the people who are influencing the masses. Majority of them, the mainstream, they don't want the best for you. They just want to sell you something. They just want to use you like a product. You are just a number for them. And they are constantly influencing you, influencing your wants, your desires. So your wants are not really yours. What you think you need, majority of the time, it's just a planted idea. It's your programming. So how do we realize that we need nothing? That's where detachment comes into the play. Detachment simply means that being free from the ego. It doesn't mean being free from the external things, being free from materialistic things, being free from possessions, not having any possessions. It means being free from your own ego. That's the only detachment you need. Because your ego is the only key with the external world. It's the ego that wants the validation, that wants things, people. That's the thing which is always in a state of neediness. It's always chasing something. If you can become detached from your own ego, instantly you're detached from all the external things. So why are we so attached with the ego? Because we know nothing beyond the ego. We live in the survival consciousness. Everything that we want comes from the survival consciousness. We never open our hearts. We never think of purpose-driven lives. We only think through fear. All our wants are inspired by the fear-driven system. If we start vibrating higher, if there is a consciousness that develops in you through your spiritual practices, it can be meditation, it can be anything that you do which helps you to connect to your spiritual senses, and you start to realize that there is a higher way of living life, which is through the heart, which is through the expression of the soul, not the selling of the soul. When you say yes to the fear-driven system, there is no choice but to sell the soul. And it's normal. If you are in that paradigm, there is nothing wrong in that, because that's how we have been conditioned. But there is a higher possibility, and it's possible for every individual, because we all have hearts, we all come with our souls, we have a soul signature, a soul expression, whatever you want to call it. But we never express that, because that soul expression dies in this matrix. No one will give you the validation for that soul expression. That's why self-acceptance, self-love, seeing yourself as perfect, whole, that's how it all begins. It doesn't begin by trying to change the outside. It begins by trying to change the inside. And you don't even have to try it. If you just sit and feel that acceptance, that as I am, there is nothing wrong with me. There is an energy which will guide you, which will tell you that what are your gifts, what you can share with the world with an open heart. It's not just about taking from others. Everyone's doing that. It's about giving. That's why your soul is here. But we don't understand the value of it. We don't understand the value of our own being, because we think the outside things, the possessions and all these things are more important, because we have been convinced that it's more important. So there is another way to operate in this life, which is through the heart, not through the survival consciousness, which keeps you in your lower chakras. And as you start moving through the heart, you start opening that heart chakra, and you start expressing your soul signature, your soul expression, and it will come out in different forms for different people. And you are just overflowing with that energy. You no longer want anything now, because you see you already have everything. And when you express that energy, when you share that abundantly with the world, you become open to a higher frequency. You become open to all the abundance, and it will come to you because you are becoming a vibrational match to it. You are not chasing it, you are becoming it. And everything that is aligned with you, everything that is good for your soul, effortlessly it will come to you because you are now manifesting with the soul. You're expressing it, you're manifesting with it, you are not selling it. So manifest with your soul. That's the key point here. You attract everything without needing anything because now you're manifesting with the soul, not with the ego, not with feeling that I have nothing. Completely, you have changed how you operate. You feel, I have everything. I am whole. I am complete. I am enough. And through that, everything starts changing. Everything starts shifting. And there is no focus on the outcome because you are living more spontaneously now, moment to moment. There is no stress in life because you are not projecting anything into the future. There is no ego. The only ego is which you use as a tool to walk through the world, to operate in the world, but you don't operate internally from that ego. So disassociate yourself, detach yourself from who you think you are. Unlearning is very important. As you unlearn, that's how you realize that how much you have been programmed, bombarded with programming. And you realize that what you truly need and what you truly desire is very different from what the hive mind energy tells you what you should desire. Your true desires, your true wants, they should come from within your own soul, not from the outside world. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can like, comment, share. You can also support my work by hitting the thanks button. If you are interested in connecting with me, I also offer personal guidance sessions. You can find the link in the description below. And please make sure to subscribe. See you in the next video. Much love to you all.